Hello, everybody, and welcome again to another show, the Passive Income Show with your property guru, Carl D. I'll be your host for tonight. And before we start, let's welcome everybody in the show. Can you go to the comment box and type where you are watching from? So I see Ralph listening while driving pa uwi. Oo, I know Ralph goes home to sa may Tanay, Rizal. May mga windmills dyan. So hello everybody, can you just go to the comment box and type where you are watching from? And while we're waiting for people to come in, I just want to share na, again, as always, we have an exciting 1 hour ahead because we're going to talk about how to get clients using social media. You know, I always ask my during my talks, what is the most important part of a business? Is it closing a sale? Is it the presentation? Is it customer service? Or is it getting leads? And I'm sure our next speaker will agree with me that the most important part of the sales process, if you all agree with me, type number 1 on the chat box. The most important step of the sales process is getting the leads. I think if you're gonna spend a lot of time, energy, resources on your business, spend it on getting leads. Yan yung biggest takeaway natin for tonight. And I just want to say hi to M. Espiritu from Bulacan. Jean Cao, hello, watching from QC. And I see that you have a different family name after Cao. Congratulations. Yes, Raab Hison. So without further ado, we're gonna have a video introduce our speaker. No? But before that, I just want to share with you, this guy is a young guy, but I look up to him. We will learn a lot from him tonight. And without further ado, Sean, can you play our intro video?
Over the past 5 years, he's built a following of over 500,000 entrepreneurs in the Philippines by helping them acquire red-hot prospects in social media, convert them into paying customers using an automated sales process, and generated sales 24/7 predictably and consistently. He leads a community of sales professionals and entrepreneurs, helping them grow their businesses online without chasing prospects, being judged, and experiencing rejection. His ability to solve business problems fast, market an unsellable product, and save a failing business earned him the right to be featured in national television and other media outlets. He is recognized as one of the most sought-after marketing consultants in the Philippines and a living legend in internet marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, stand up and put your hands together for Fibo Lim.
Hello! Ayan, napaka-heavy gut ng introduction. Hello, my good friend Fibo. How are you?
Hello, Carl, and good evening. And thank you so much for bringing me on your show.
How's everything there in your place?
Yeah, okay naman so far. Things are doing better here in Cebu.
All right, you know guys, tonight is a very exciting night. Fibo, ano bang i-share mo sa atin tonight? A little summary of our journey.
Right. So, alam natin na when the economy changed, just like that, we have always wanted to market online, to get leads online, to get sales online. Pero we always say na, okay, I'm gonna do that someday. And that someday happened just like that when the economy started to shift. And ngayon, since we are in this new normal, parang maraming mga brick and mortar businesses and maraming mga those who are used to the offline selling, medyo nahirapan. And the problem is this, it does not mean na pag magaling ka sa offline, okay? If you're good in selling offline, you're good in marketing offline, you're good in presenting offline, that, kumbaga, pag ika-copy mo lang siya online, it doesn't mean na it will also sell. It will also, kumbaga, maging patok din siya. So, understanding what you're gonna learn tonight will help you know why your product is not selling, why you're not targeting the right customers, and how to be able to grow your business online.
Hey, wonderful, Fibo. You know, I want to invite everyone, if you're in a traditional business with a traditional old school thinking, you have to finish this whole session kasi kailangan ma-break yung approach, no, Fibo, yung strategy.
Right. Correct.
And you're gonna give us some pro tips tonight.
Yes, and etong mga secrets, etong mga tips na bibigay ko sa inyo, this is something that I've learned for the past 5 years under losing millions. Kumbaga, pinagdaanan ko trial and error for me to understand this. And this evening, I'm gonna reveal to you all these things. I'm gonna pull back the curtains and show you behind the scenes of the tips and strategies that made a huge difference.
Oh, wow, Fibo. So, guys, secret ang isi-share ni Fibo sa atin tonight. So, instead of you having to read so many books, my tip for you is just sit and listen to Fibo's secrets. Before that, Fibo, get ready to share your slide. I just want to say hi to everybody here. I want to say hi to Joy Mendaros. God bless you daw, Fibo. And special shout out to Joshua Asetre. Hello, Joshua, and everybody who's listening. Also to all the audience who's listening live, you get the chance to ask questions to Fibo. Diba? So, mamaya, pag nag-present na si Fibo, I'm sure marami kayong question. And you get free consultation. I tell you guys, 1 hour with Fibo will cost you a lot of money. But here, libre magtanong. So let's take advantage. You can even ask specific to your business. On that note, Fibo, Cherry Balboa, wow, exciting. All right, let's do it. The floor is yours.
All right, perfect. So thank you so much, Carl. By the way, if you're excited listening by the way, I just want to see the crowd. How many of you would want to be able to grow your business and be able to sell a lot of your products and services through online marketing strategies? I want you to type number 1 in the chat for me to know na nakikinig ba kayo if you're really interested on this. Wow, perfect. And how many of you would want to be able to separate yourself from your competition so that people are not after you dahil ikaw yung pinakamura. Kumbaga, you don't compete based on the price, pero it doesn't matter if mahal yung binibenta mo, dun pa rin sila bibili sa'yo. How many of you would want to discover that? Can you type number 2 in the chat? Okay, perfect. Wonderful. Thank you so much. That's exactly what you're gonna discover by the end of our session tonight, right? Anyways, so in this training, I'm gonna be showing you how do you acquire leads and sales online without you chasing prospects, without you being judged, and without you experiencing rejection. Because we all know na some of you might be traditional network marketers. Okay, I was a network marketer before. Some of you might be selling insurance. I've sold insurance as well. Some of you might be selling property or real estate. I've also sold real estate in the past, diba? Some of you might be traditional business owners, meron kayong brick and mortar business. I am also a traditional business owner in the past. So, kumbaga, this is for you if you're an entrepreneur, business owner, and nahihirapan ka ngayon how to sell your products online. Okay, I'm gonna share with you 6 tips, okay, or 6 secrets, and you're gonna discover that right now. Can we get started ba, Carl? Anything else?
All right. Pare, everybody's excited na. Take it away.
All right, perfect. Okay, let me share with you my slides. The first secret that I want to share with you is this, no? Grabe, parang I just want to share with you na etong ipapakita ko sa inyo ngayon, don't take this for granted just because you got this for free. That's the problem eh. Kasi a lot of people, when they get something for free, yung value nila hindi ganun ka valuable para sa kanila. That's why sabi ng mentor ko na, Fibo, when you share your knowledge, don't give it away for free. Alam mo bakit? Because people who don't pay attention. People who pay attention. The more you pay, the more attention, the more they pay, the more attention they pay. That makes sense. Okay. However, sabi ni Carl, Fibo, okay lang ba na i-reveal mo yung mga secret? Alam ko walang bayad to, pero sige lang, for the sake of my audience. Sabi ko, sige Carl, dahil mukhang engchong di ka, so sige, I'm gonna allow na, I'm gonna be sharing with you without any charge. Alright? So, I want you to make this valuable, even if libre to, dahil grabe yung pinagdaanan ko to be able to discover these. Okay? So first is this. Don't compete based on the price. Okay? Compete based on the value of your offer. If you would want to discover secret number 1, can you type number 1 nga sa chat? Just wanna check the audience if you're listening. All right, perfect. So, ganito. How many of you have experienced, na nagbenta kayo ng product tapos slowly, the reason why people are not buying because someone else is selling it at a cheaper price. Can you type me in the chat?
Yep.
Diba?
Can relate,
Nagbenta ka ng,
Fibo.
right? Nagbenta ka ng, okay, I'm gonna just give you a story. Nagbenta ko ng relo, okay? I sold it for like 600 pesos. And the reason why people are not buying because someone else is selling it for 550. Okay? Binabaan ko to 500, binabaan niya to 450. Saan papunta to? Okay?
Price war.
Diba? So, and people think that the only way for you to win is to lower your price. But I'm gonna tell you right now that there's two ways for you to win in business. No? First way is to lower your price. Okay? But the second way is to increase the value of your offer. I'm gonna give you an example. Sabihin natin na I'm gonna be, okay, let's say I've bought this phone for like, I don't know, 80,000. Pero sabihin natin, I'm gonna sell this phone to you for 500,000 pesos. Okay? How many of you would want to buy my phone? If you would want to buy it and you type yes, if you don't want to buy it, type no in the chat. If you would, I'm selling this to you right now for 500,000 pesos. Bibili ka ba? Okay? So most probably your answer might be no. Okay, bakit? Kasi mahal. But in the next 60 seconds, I'm gonna show you how I can sell you this phone for 500,000 and you're gonna buy it. Okay? Listen. Now, together with this phone, what if I told you na I have here, I've attended a lot of events and seminars. Tawag kasi sa akin seminarista. Paragi ako nag-attend ng seminar, international seminar, local seminar. Andun ako. Okay? So yung mga ibang seminarista, nakilala nila ako kasi I always attend a lot of events. In fact, I've been spending millions of pesos in my education. There was one mastermind that I spent $30,000 for just one mastermind. That's equivalent to like 1.5 million. And what I did, all of my seminars, I write down my notes dito sa phone ko. Okay. I have an iPad. I also have my phone. When I write down with my iPad, automatic siya, kumbaga sa cloud, andito din siya sa phone ko. So in all of my seminars, I store my notes dito sa cloud or dito sa phone. And the reason why, para hindi mawala. Okay, even if mawala yung phone ko, hindi mawala yung information because it's still in the cloud, right? So what if I'm gonna actually give this to you as well? All of my notes in the past, all of my seminars that I attended. When you buy this phone, you get all of my seminar notes and all of the tips and secrets na binigay sa akin sa mga mentors ko. Okay? So that's the second thing you're gonna get. The first thing is this phone. The second thing is all of my notes on all of my seminars. Third, what if I'm also gonna give you, together with this phone, I have contact numbers. Okay? Sabi nga nila that your network is your net worth. And I've understood that. I attend events, I meet with people, not because I just want to learn, but I also want to connect as well. Now, what if I told you that I have the phone numbers of your dream business partner, of your dream clients, of your dream suppliers, of your dream investors, right? What if I told you that I have their contact numbers so that yung gagawin mo lang when you buy this phone, you look for the person that you want. If you want an investor, I'm going to give you the numbers. You just call them, tell them, hey, Fibo referred me to you. So, ngayon, ako na yung magiging bridge mo. How much would that be worth to you? So that's the third thing you're gonna get when you buy this phone. Okay? Ano pa ba? Together with this phone, there's an app here called Viber. And I usually communicate with my team through Viber. And the only people who has my Viber number is only my team. What if, together with this phone, you have my personal Viber number so that when you can communicate with me anytime, anywhere, when you need help with regards to marketing, with regards to scaling, with regards to growing your business, then that's the fourth thing you're going to get when you get my phone. Okay. Now, here's my question. How many of you would want to buy my phone now for 500,000? How many of you would agree na yung ibibigay ko na value sa inyo is worth more than 500,000? Can you type me in the chat? Right.
May mga pictures pa daw sa loob, Fibo.
May mga pictures na may mga censored pictures. So, yun yung i-delete ko. Yun yung hindi kasama. Right? So, if you think of it, okay, what did I just do? I've sold you the same thing. But what I did is I positioned it in a different way. And yung ginawa ko nito is instead of lowering my price, people can just buy the same phone for 50,000, 30,000, 20,000. Someone else is selling it for a cheaper price, but you're still willing to buy this phone from me because I've increased the value of this offer. And if you think of it, look at this. I increased the value of the offer without increasing the cost. Because when I give you my phone number, when I give you my contacts, when I give you my notes, those are intangible things, diba? So I'm just giving you ideas, no, na there's different ways to increase the value of offer. It can be physical or digital products, or it can be yung mga example na binigay ko, right? Basta isa sa mga advice ko is this: never, I don't want you. Ito, depende sa game mo. Meron kasing ibang companies na yung laro nila is pabagsakan ng presyo. Okay? I would advise that you do that if you have enough funds to do that. Kasi if you're a startup entrepreneur, you're still starting, tapos yung goal mo is you're gonna be the cheapest, there will always be the cheapest. If you think of it, the people who offer the cheapest, usually they have a lot of cash. They have a lot of funds in their bank. Because most probably hindi sila kikita eh. The reason why gusto nila maging mura dahil they want to dominate the market. Okay. Now, if you're someone, now you're still a small business, you want to grow. Do you need capital to grow? You need income to grow. You need cash flow to grow. How can you have cash flow pag yung margins mo maliit lang, diba? So an example that an example with this is I was able to have a meeting with a business owner, and meron siyang supplement. Okay, meron siyang whey protein, and instead of selling the whey protein by itself, he created an offer out of it. Sabi niya, when you buy this whey protein, okay, when you buy a whey protein from me, I'm gonna give you a free shaker as well. Okay, so if you notice, those are one of the ways to increase the perceived value of your product or of your offer. So yun, Carl.
Fibo. Okay, I love what you just mentioned. I'm gonna hold you muna before you go to secret number 2.
Go ahead,
so
go
guys,
ahead.
I just wanna talk to the audience. So, mga audience out there, what industry are you in? Can you go to that comment box and type what industry para we can have more specific examples na bagay sa business niyo. So I like the example about the whey protein, na sinamahan mo ng shaker. Ano pa ba? Ano pa bang mga pwedeng value added na from your mga case studies, Fibo?
Got it. So ganito, I'm not sure if baka I might move a little bit forward kasi I might discuss it in the other secrets. But let me just give you an example. Now ganito, guys. There's 2 ways that you can do about this, no? Number 1 is you can create a bundle. So ito yung isa sa mga students ko wherein some gypsal sila. They bundled it with, kumbaga, some gypsal kasi is, diba, for example, excluding yung drinks, excluding yung ganito. Sa kanila parang all-in-one. So they bundled it, which made it much more irresistible. So that's one way. The other way, so the first way is like they still buy, but it's like a bundle na it now becomes irresistible. The second way naman is to actually give something away for free. Okay? So if you think of it, while other people are selling it, ikaw, binibigay mo libre, syempre, saan papunta yung customers? Papunta talaga sa'yo. I'm gonna give an example. One of my team members ran a campaign with an aesthetic clinic. Okay? So when all other doctors are are selling their facial for 250, 300, 400, whatsoever, etong doctor na to, sabi ng team member ko, okay, before we run your ad, the first thing that we have to identify first is your offer. What is your irresistible offer? Di pwedeng facial lang or 250 whatsoever. Sabi ng doctor, okay, let's meet free facial. So if you think of it, paano ba kikita yung aesthetic clinic na yan na libre yung facial? It's because diniscuss ko to within the secrets, pero diniscuss ko doon na money is not made on the front end. Money is made on the back end. So ganito, here's what happens. Now, free facial, anong gagawin mo? Syempre, mag-ano ka, you want experience, no? And ito yung best thing because libre siya, yung barrier, okay, yung risk ng customer mawawala because I just have to go to the shop. Now, have you noticed when you had a facial before, when this, ang tawag doon, yung taga facial sa'yo, start stalking, no? Ma'am, parang dry yung skin mo, ma'am. Parang bagay yung lotion na to. Okay? Ma'am, parang needed ng, nagsa-sunblock ka ba? No, bili ka ng sunblock. So, here's what happened, no? Almost, or sabihin natin, most of the people magpapa-facial, they go out buying something. Okay? So, I'm not saying all. Yes, there's a percentage hindi talaga walang bibili. But, look at this. Most of those nagpa-free facial walk out buying something. Ito yung best part. Yung doctor, merong 50 or 100,000 na package. Okay? Around 100 of them bought the 100,000 package just because of that. So, if you thought of it, no, yung doctor, kahit magkano na yung magiging price dyan, dahil pumasok na siya sa sistema mo, hindi na yung customer, wala na siyang choice. Kumbaga, hindi na siya maghahanap ng pinakamura because you're there providing value to this customer first. If that makes sense.
Fibo, I want that to sink in. Grabe. Guys, for those listening, I want that mindset to sink in because that's a different mindset, di ba? Fibo, we're not used to doing that. Yung mamimigay ka ng libreng facial.
Yeah.
But you're right. If I go into that clinic na binigyan ako ng libreng voucher, parang meron akong certain point of commitment and may parang may appreciation na ako doon for getting that free voucher, no?
Right.
Ang ganda niya na. I wanna simmer on it a bit more. But Fibo, ayan na. The audience took you up on your offer. Nagsabihan na sila ng industry nila. O real estate, pare. Pabigyan mo na ako. How about for me and my friends in real estate?
Right. One sec. I'm just pulling out the live so I can see you well. One sec. Sige. Let me...
Sige lang.
So,
you can pull out the live or sa StreamYard. Pero maganda nga dun sa live. So you see the comments as they come in.
Oops. Yeah, anyways, so, sige, one sec ka. Okay, so real estate.
Okay. Guys, for those...
Oops, nag-echo. Yan. I have you here. Kasi hindi masyadong visible yung, I have to look to the right. Anyways, so sa real estate, so ganito. Oh, yan. Sa real estate, I have a friend, usually ganito, you would always want, okay, remember this, with regards to marketing, you want to focus on the products on the listing that is best-selling, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because na-encounter ko lahat ng mga business owners, they have like 10 products, for example, or 10 listings. And itong isang listing, nabibenta. Ngayon, or sabihin natin, products na lang, kaya sa business owner. Itong isang product ko nabibenta. And now they come to me, they tell me, Fibo, I need help because only one of my products is selling. 9 of my products is not selling. I want you to help me sell the 9 products. Okay, my answer is focus on your best-selling product. It's kind of like this, no? Ano ba yung focus mo? Yung strengths mo or yung weakness mo? Okay.
Yung strengths.
When you focus on your strength, you become the best, right? So it's kind of like that. So sa real estate, you might have a lot of listings, but you want to focus first on the best selling because it all boils down to offer. Baka maganda yung location, baka maganda yung terms, okay? And here's what happens. Yung advantage kasi sa real estate is people, there's already a market, there's already a demand. So you don't have to convince people why they need to buy a house because people are already buying a house. It's a different thing compared to course. Okay, if you're selling online course, like you have to convince why they need to buy the course. Pero a house is something that people are actually looking for. Okay, it's just that who will they buy it from? Are they going to buy it from you? Are going to buy it from other people? So that's why it's very important na tawag dito, it's very important na ikaw yung pinakamalakas sa marketing because lalapit sila sa tao na pinakamalakas na awareness. Which is, if marunong ka, it's gonna be you. Okay? Anyways, so how do you, going back to the offer, is isa sa mga ginagawa namin or ginagawa ng mga kaibigan ko, which is also a broker and an agent, is merong mga offers, for example, na monthly, tawag nito, mga, for example, 10,000 monthly, whatsoever. What they do is they strategically promote, for example, own a condo. Actually, some agents are doing this naman, no? Own a condo for 10,000 per month only. Okay? So, kumbaga, in your ad, instead of putting everything, kasi yung iba, linagay nila doon, yung 5 years, yung 3 years, yung 2 years, yung 1 year, yung lahat-lahat ng details, you wanna put out the best offer on your ad so that when they inquire, okay, dun ma-close. Because ang problem kasi, pag linagay mo lahat, people will not engage, people will not send a message, and you will have a hard time following up to that person. Pero if you put out your best offer, own a condo for 15,000 per month, okay, and then people start asking, what is this? Ano to? And then, that's the time that you give them options. That's the time that you give them alternatives. You give them the terms. And some people might be saying, I don't want, this is a real estate, Some people might be saying, ay, marami kasing nagme-message na parang hindi quality whatsoever. So, think of it, normal yun. Okay? You cannot expect na lahat magme-message bibili ng property. Ano yan, candy? Diba? So, you would always expect like only a small percentage who will send you a message will buy. Some naman, nag-message lang kasi wala, gusto lang malaman. Pero some naman, hindi mag-fit sa kanila. That's okay. I was able to work with students who are in the real estate industry. They were worrying because sabi niya, coach, marami na message pero hindi naman interested, hindi naman quality audience. Sabi ko, okay, balik tayo sa fundamentals. There are two numbers you have to look at. Number one is this: how much does it cost for you to acquire a customer? How much are you spending to acquire a customer? Second, how much is a customer worth? Ibig sabihin, magkano yung kinikita mo? In short, magkano yung ginastos mo sa ads, magkano yung kinita mo? He went through the numbers. If I remember it right, sabi niya, I spent like 3,000 pesos sa ads, and I generated like 100,000 in commissions. And nasad pa siya kasi dahil daw, hindi quality yung mga niya. Sabi ko, look at this, okay? If you spend 3,000 to generate 100,000, most probably if you doubled your ad spend, you're also gonna double your sales. If you 10 times your ad spend, you're also gonna 10 times your sales. So what's stopping you from doing that? And wala, hindi siya nakasagot. Because hindi pa, people are running ads na hindi pa tama yung mindset ba na that's how it works. And sabi ko sa kanya, normal lang na may mga tao na hindi nag-inquire lang, hindi naman quality. So what you do is, kumikita ka naman ng 100,000, you hire a 10,000 person and then siya yung tagre-reply. Siya yung tagka-qualify. So meron talagang part yan sa sales process. Later I'm gonna be discussing na meron kang qualifying system na nagko-qualify sa mga leads and sales, leads and prospects mo. So yun, that's how it works for real estate.
Fibo, maraming salamat for all the listeners out there in real estate. Please go to the chat box and say thank you for that. I think that tip alone is worth a few 100,000 already, Fibo, di ba? If any of our sales friends made income using that single piece of advice, that's gonna be worth a few 100,000. So thank you, Fibo. I think we have 5 more secrets, no?
Yep.
O sige. So yung mga nag-message kanina, food business, architecture, freelancer, we'll do your case study next. Okay, Fibo, baka hindi magkasya yung oras. Secret number 2.
All right. Sige. Anyways, yung mga other industries, I can give you an example as we go on kasi marami pa tayong secrets. But secret number 2 is this: don't chase your prospects, make your prospects chase you. 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I was into network marketing. How many of you have tried network marketing in the past? Can you type me in the chat? Okay. So, sa network marketing, 'di ba? Yung tinuro kasi sa atin, ako, I don't know sa inyo, pero yung tinuro kasi sa akin is I have to, sell. So I messaged my friends, I did prospecting, okay? I did nag-flyering ako, I did postering, I did strangering, yung tipong lahat na kasalubong ko, re-recruitin ko. Okay? Kasi wala akong
Strangering,
choice
eh.
Strangering, oo. I even if ano, ito. This is quite a story na parang dun yung parang parang nahiya talaga ako. Ito. So, naubos yung friends ko. May message ko na yung tipong when you message your friends, ibablock ka na. Alam na nila ano yung ibebenta mo. Yung tipong ganito, when you go to parties, parang they talk about, recruiting tayo sa networker na yan. Di ba? So parang they move away from me. Ito yung parang nakakahiya because I was printing kasi a flyer, no, and I was giving it out. That was like almost midnight na. So I was giving it out to call centers kasi yung mga bakit midnight gising pa ako kasi sa networking mga payaman kami. Okay, ibig sabihin doon matagal kami matutulog kasi mga 4 AM yun yung tulugan time namin. Okay. Anyways, so I was giving out flyers and someone came up to me. Sabi niya, Fibo, ikaw ba yan? And parang nahiya ako. So I hid that flyer. Sabi ko, anong binibigay mo? Wala. Parang ano lang, tawag nun sa Tagalog. I was just asked to do. Kumaga, ang tawag dyan? Ang tawag dyan sa Tagalog? Parang I was asked to give out these flyers. Hindi, nautusan na ako to give out these flyers. Sabi ko, wala, nautusan na ako. So I changed topic and whatsoever. And parang nahiya ako because okay lang sa akin to give out flyers if walang nakilala sa akin, pero someone knew who I am. So I didn't want to tell them, I was selling products and then I was giving out flyers. So that's when it struck me talaga na I didn't want to chase prospects. And I'm a person who's an introvert. Like I'm not used to talking to people. I even lose energy talking to people. I usually gain my energy by myself. Anyway, so I thought that was impossible. Okay. Until when I discovered online, and you might be thinking, online, di ba, kailangan techie ka dun? Honestly, hindi eh. I just wanna sideway a little bit, no? Kasi merong, pag online kasi yung, pag online na kasi yung pinag-usapan, people say na hindi yan para sa akin kasi hindi ako millennial. Hindi yan para sa akin kasi hindi ako techie. Even if I'm still young, hindi ibig sabihin na techie ako. Okay? Hindi nga ako marunong gumamit ng Facebook before eh. I asked my friend to add a friend or to send a message kasi hindi ako alam paano gawin. Up until now, I'm still not techie. Okay? And the reason why I can say na you can do online marketing even if you're not techie, it's because hindi po yung pagiging techie what makes you successful in online marketing. Okay? Yung pagmamarket po. That's why it's called online marketing. Hindi online technician. Okay? So, marketing, and ito yung best part because marketing is a learnable, trainable, and transferable skill. Kaba kayang gawin to kahit sino. So, if I was an online technician, I wouldn't have succeeded in marketing or in online marketing. Bakit? Naka-focus lang ako sa pag-build ng website, sa pag-code, whatsoever. Pero, what sells is not the website. It's the message, that's marketing. Anyways, going back. So, don't... chasing prospects tayo, okay? So when I discovered marketing online, no, doon ako na-amaze, hindi ako nakatulog talaga. Sabi ko, talaga possible to. In fact, I was still in law school. Okay, to make the long story short, I drop out ako sa law school because of online marketing. Dumating yung point na, kasi nag-law ako kasi wala akong papunta. Meron akong scholarship. Kinuha ko lang yung scholarship na yon. Nag-law ako kasi I want to start a business but I don't know what business it is. But when I discovered the power of marketing online, sabi ko, this is it. This is what I'm looking for. Because I cannot sell to people na kahit ano yung product ko because nasunog na yung mga friends ko. Just imagine them. I sold network marketing, I sold insurance, I sold real estate, kahit ano-ano na lang. Okay? So, I was looking for ways on how I can sell products without my friends actually knowing who I am or what I'm selling, if that makes sense. That's when I ventured into advertising. Okay. Sa ads, okay, so medyo, ito yung nag-give sa akin ng malaking breakthrough because I made my first 100,000 in online marketing without revealing who I am. I was just behind my screen and I was using a different name. There was no Fibolim before. I was just selling products online and I was just selling products that hindi sa akin. I was just making a commission in return. And just imagine that, making my first 100,000 without my friends knowing what I'm selling, without my customers knowing who I am, without even talking to them. And what I did is, ito yung tinatawag na natin na attraction marketing. So, what made this really powerful is ganito. There's a difference kasi pag ikaw yung lumapit sa prospects mo versus yung prospects yung lumapit sa'yo. Okay? If ikaw yung lumapit sa prospects mo, what does that mean? Ikaw yung may kailangan. If yung prospects yung lumapit sa'yo, that means sila yung may kailangan. So, yun pa lang, na yung prospects na lalapit sa'yo, parang you're 80% there. Parang 80% sold na. Right? It's easier for you to sell kasi sila yung may kailangan eh. Yun yung sinasabi, this is what we call attraction marketing. So instead of thinking of ways on how to sell, on how to approach prospects, find ways on how you can make these prospects approach you. One of those ways is advertising. Okay? Advertising is when you run an ad, it is targeted to specific people. For example, people who are interested in real estate, interested in business, interested in this public figure. And ngayon, these prospects will click your ad. Okay? They click your ad, they engage in your ad, they send a message, they register for whatever you offer. That pa lang, sila na yung nagko-commit sa'yo. Sila nag-show ng commitment sa'yo. And from there on, it's easier to sell to these prospects because they are the ones who showed interest. They're the ones chasing you. They're the ones approaching you instead of you approaching them. So, yun.
Hey, Fibo. I appreciate na nakwento mo. We're gonna simmer on this. Ang ganda na naman ng secret number 2, guys. Although, Fibo, hindi ko na-realize na applicable pala to sa negosyo kasi ito yung in-advise sa akin during my college days. Sabi sa akin ng mga boys, mga barkada ko is, Carl, dapat ang girls ang lumalapit sa'yo, hindi ikaw lumalapit sa kanila.
Right.
So, applicable pala din sa business, no?
Yeah.
But guys, can you all relate to this one? Yung pangit talaga pag ikaw humahabol sa customer eh. Di ba? Yung parang hahabol ka, nagsistrangerin ka, versus sila yung pumapasok sa tindahan mo or nag-i-inquire for your services. Yeah. Fibo, may question ako. I'm sure may mga nakikinig sa atin ngayon na businessman. You know, not everybody is masipag na mag-aaral. If ever there's a businessman here who's saying na, Fibo, can you be my consultant and just help me out in my business? Do you offer that service?
Okay. I offer it to selected business owners and businesses. So yes and no. Kumbaga, I qualify who I consult with.
How can they reach you?
Okay. If you'd want to reach me, you can just send me an email at support@fibolim.com.
Okay. So yun na. Lalapit na sila sa'yo, pero hindi pa sila sure na makukuha yung services mo. Ang tawag dyan, snub marketing.
Tawag dyan, para kang heartthrob na snabero.
Snabero, artista method, Fibo?
Artista method. If you notice, guys, what I'm teaching, I'm also applying it. I don't chase prospects. I also let prospects chase me. So yeah, I do what I also teach. but the truth is this, my time is limited. That's the reason why I don't accept all clients, because my time is limited. I only work with clients who I think I can give value the most. Yun.
Yeah. So guys, I just want this to simmer before we go to secret number 3. And I can relate to this secret na let the customer chase you. Create ka ng strategies for them to knock on your door. And then when they're in your door na, yun na. You do your presentation na or ano. Anybody else wanna ask a question about this one? Totally agree by Marivic, Joshua. All right, kung wala, we can move on to the secret number 3, Fibo. Coach?
Okay. Sige. So secret number 3 is don't market to everyone. Market only to your dream clients. Ayan. So how many of you in the past na you sold something maybe a service. Ito, medyo ano talaga to, for example, sa service. Hindi lang sa service pero all products, all businesses. Pero medyo may affect talaga pag service yung business mo, no? When you offer something, and then, sabihin natin, gumawa ka ng social media for someone, no? And you accept all clients. Ito, masaya ka kasi marami kang clients. Pero at the end of the day, sumakit yung ulo mo. Bakit? Yung client, reklamador. Yung client, nasakit sa ulo. How many of you were able to experience that ba? It's
Meron.
because of this.
Fibo,
Yeah,
sometimes yung maliit na nga yung business, yun pa yung maraming angal.
Tama. Oo. It's because there are what you call A, B, C, D customers. You know, class A, class B, class C, class D. Okay? Yung mga class A, ito yung mga tinatawag natin na amazing customers. Ito yung gusto natin. Diba? However, when we accept everyone as our client, we will accept the class D client. Ito yung mga tawag na dangerous client. No? So yung tipong konti lang nga ibinayad niya, he is asking the whole world from you. Okay, na-experience mo ba yun? Sobrang sakit sa ulo. You dreamed na sana hindi ko na lang siya in-accept. Kasi naubos yung energy ko, naubos yung lahat, naubos yung time ko, naubos yung focus ko sa kanya.
Uy,
It's because,
saka yung mga dangerous client, minsan emotionally, nakaka-affect ng confidence, ha? Di ba, guys? Can you relate?
Tama. Oo.
Okay.
Right? So, yung point here is you want to only market to your dream clients. Kasi I have worked with businesses, sabi nila, sino target market mo? Sabi niya, lahat. Okay, medyo dangerous yan. Kasi lahat yung target market mo, no? Medyo hindi clear para sa iyo. Yun yung fulfillment side. Yun yung mahirap pag you accept, no? Pero pag sa marketing side, mas mahirap. Bakit? Ganito. Sabi nga ng mentor ko, when you market to everyone, you're actually marketing to no one. Okay? Kasi wala eh. It's every single market, every single niche, every single segment, no? Meron siyang pains. For example, if you're marketing to employees, meron ng specific pains, no? 9 to 5, walang time freedom, all of those things. When you're marketing to OFW, meron ng specific pains, no? Walang time din, they won't be able to see their family, pero may pera sila, meron silang savings, for example, no? And committed din sila. If minamarket mo entrepreneurs, these are the people na, okay, may pera, pero possible very busy. These are the people na meron silang team, meron silang iba yung pag-iisip nila, di ba? So if you notice, every single market, meron silang pain, meron silang pleasure din na gusto. Now, the problem is this. When you market to everyone, well, you don't know what pain to say in your ad. Kasi ganito, when I was in network marketing, sabi ng upline ko, lahat yan prospect mo. So nire-recruit ko lahat. Okay? Tapos nasasaktan ako bakit yung tao hindi magjo-join kasi prospect ko lahat, 'di ba? And then when I realized, ito yung problem kasi pinipilit mo pa na to join your network marketing business to buy your products. Okay? Ito yung na-realize ko after, doing business na hindi talaga lahat maging client. Hindi talaga lahat maging dream client. Hindi talaga lahat maging perfect client. Parang ganito, merong iba gusto yung burger ng Jollibee, yung iba gusto burger ng McDo. Merong iba gusto yung spaghetti ni Jollibee, yung iba may gusto yung spaghetti ni McDo. So, iba't ibang taste yung iba't ibang client. Ayun, Carl?
Yeah. Natatawa lang ako. Yeah.
Okay. So, yun. So, what I did before is yung ginawa ko offline, ginawa ko din siya online. Na, okay, everyone that you see is your target market. Okay, go. So online, that's not how it works. Okay, here's the reason why. Because offline, yung target market mo limited lang. It's only limited to your eyes. Whoever you see, yun lang yung target market mo. So online, yung target market mo buong mundo. Okay? So ngayon, sa online, hindi magiging problem sa iyo yung prospects because you can target every single person on earth just from your home. Now, because of that shift pa lang, ikaw na yung mamimili. Sino yung gusto mong, who you want, kumbaga, ano yung dream client na gusto mo? Ikaw na yung mamimili. Right? And now, let's say yung gusto mo is OFWs. If yung target market mo OFW, for example, if you're selling property, okay, OFW yung target market mo, yung messaging mo would be specific to them. Okay? Ano ba yung mga pains nila? Usually meron silang nasi-save. Pero they don't know where to park their money. And for how many centuries already, proven na yung property, yung real estate. So, when you target to them, you can tell them na if you're a person na you have enough savings but you're looking for a stable investment that you can touch, tangible siya. Tsaka pag uwi mo sa Pilipinas, okay, you can live in there, but you can use it. You can rent it out. You can have passive income, rental income, so that you don't have to work abroad. So, understanding this, especially in writing your messaging sa ads, is very helpful because when you scroll in your newsfeed, the ad now actually talks to you. Okay? So, that's the third secret card.
Ibo, commercial tayo muna. Isang sample naman dyan. How to use secret number 3 to, let's say, travel agency.
Okay. Yeah, medyo I have to ask kasi questions eh. So ganito, I'm just gonna assume yung market for the travel agency. So sabihin natin, okay, let me think. Can you help me on this, Carl? Can you ano ba yung pwedeng target market ng travel agency?
Sige, ako Fibo, let me share na lang my experience for travel agency.
Go ahead.
Sige, para makainom ka muna ng water. Like for us, me being camera on, me being a consumer, a customer of travel agency, I like to go with travel agencies na madali kausap, meaning package. Ayaw ko ako yung tinatanong na, saan nyo gusto pumunta? Ano bang budget mo? Or ganun. Mas gusto ko yung, sir, meron kaming Korea winter package. $2,000 all in na lahat. Wala ka nang isipin. Diba? So, I think, and then, gusto ko iba-ibang agency. I like to go with agencies that are focused on certain areas. So, yung travel agency dito, I don't know if you can relate. For example, when we go to Holy Land, the Jerusalem, Israel, we want to go with an agency na yun talagang expertise niya. Kasi ayaw ko mag-risk. When we go to Japan or China, we wanna go with a travel agency na focus. So I think Fibo applicable dito na yung sa target market. What are your thoughts?
Right. Yeah. So for example, there's what you call kasi easy and hard clients, okay? Easy to acquire, hard to acquire. So for example, ganito, if ikaw yung travel agency, ano yung most probably yung client na bibili sa package mo? A client who, sabihin natin, yung package mo is Korea. Okay? Etong client na to, nakapag-travel na ito sa Hong Kong, sa Malaysia, sa Singapore, sa Japan, pero hindi pa siya nakapag-travel sa Korea. That's client A. Client B naman, hindi pa nakapag-travel ever.
Oh, my.
Okay? So, kung ikaw, who's easier to sell to a Korea package?
Yung traveler na.
Yung traveler na, which is client A. So, if you notice, there's someone in my mind. Kumbaga, when you, I forgot, a mentor kasi told me is, okay, I'm just gonna remember the story. Pero, merong isang product, for example, itong product na to.
Okay.
They were trying to get this product to a 7-Eleven store. Okay?
Okay.
Sabi, I'm gonna sell to you this product. And then, yung board of directors, they were talking with each other. Does Sally want this? Ay, hindi to gusto ni Sally. Next. Okay. How about this product? Okay. And the business owner starts to pitch this product, and then the board of directors start to talk. Does Sally want this? Ay, no. Hindi to gusto ni Sally. Tapos, the business owner said, sino ba yung Sally na yan? Siya ba yung may-ari? Siya ba yung chairman? Can I talk to that Sally? And the board of directors said, ay, no. Sally is our dream customer avatar. Oh, Sally is our customer avatar. Ibig sabihin pala na yung mga big businesses, they have a tinatawag natin na customer avatar. They have someone in mind na kumaga, when they create a product, when they sell a product, they have a specific person in mind that who they are selling this to. Because ang nangyayari, we try to please everyone and ina-adjust natin to everyone's preferences. Kaya nagiging general tayo. But if we think of one person, ito yung dream client ko, and I'm gonna create this product specifically for that dream client, then you're able to attract that dream client to you. Okay? So yun yung ibig sabihin nito, na don't market to everyone, market only to your dream clients. Write down who's your market. Think of a person. Okay, sabihin natin si Sam. Okay, Sam is 34 years old. Sam has a business. Sam has traveled to these countries. Sam has 2 kids. Sam is ganito. And then you go on Google, you look for Sam, and then imagine mo na siya yung customer mo. So every time that you do marketing, you always ask yourself, will Sam click my ad? Will Sam buy my product? So yun.
You know, Fibo, just to add, nagkaka-ideas ako when you're sharing your stories. No, I think I'm gonna use the travel agency as an example kasi nakakatuwa eh. You know, if it was me, Fibo, let me know if it's correct. I would create a department, no, maybe a little segment na ang target ko is mga binata, mga YOLO, packages na pang group, barkada outing, budgeted to, tipid-tipid, okay lang sama-sama sa kwarto. And then I would create a separate brochure naman para sa family. Like tulad ko, I'm a dad of 3 kids and ang preference ko is safety. Ayoko sa mga medyo mura na lugar kasi safety is a concern. And ayoko na pagdating dun sa abroad, biglang hindi pa pala kasali tong item. Ito, I want all-in packages para wala akong isipin. And then meron din, I think, market na maybe lolo-lola na pang senior friendly, mas mabagal ang pace. What do you think of ganung strategy?
Yes, that's perfect, Carl. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, salamat kung sino man yung may travel agency dyan. I hope you learned something from Coach Fibo today. Very valuable strategy.
Dapat bigyan mo ng royalty si Carl for that idea.
Oo, kahit na libreng upgrade sa business class.
Yun. Wonderful.
Coach, guys, grabe, time flies so fast. So, okay, secret number 4.
Okay, sige. So, okay. So ganito, don't treat advertising as an expense. Treat it as an investment. Okay. Ako hindi talaga ako mahihiya to say this because if you're asking how much we're spending on ads, we're spending over 7 digits every single month for how many years? Okay. So, the reason why, ganito, if you ask my marketing team will never ask, Fibo, how much ba yung budget natin? They're never gonna ask that. Okay, why? Because alam nila yung sagot, unlimited. Alam nila yung sagot, as much as you can. Right? I'm gonna give an example. Wala akong pera dito. Pero, let's say that you're gonna pay me, for every 50 pesos that you pay me, okay, I am gonna give you 100. So, bibigyan mo ko ng 50, bibigyan kita ng 100. Bibigyan mo ko 50, bibigyan mo 100. How many 50 pesos would you give me? Carl, how many 50 pesos would you give me?
Paano ulit? Bibigyan kita ng 50, bibigyan mo ko 100.
Kita ng 100.
O kahit magkano. Kasi siguradong dodoble ang balik eh.
Right. As much as you can. Right? Yeah. I've been doing events. Maraming hindi nakakagets nito. Okay? And to the point, literal, namibigay ako ng pera on stage para mag-gets nyo. Okay? And if you've attended my events, I give away money para mag-gets nyo. Sabi ko, I have 100 pesos here. I have a few 100 pesos. If you give me 50, I'm gonna give you 100. And it goes on for like 30 seconds until one person now stands up and gets it. And sabi na, oh, eto 50. Binigay ko 100. Someone stands up, eto 50. Bibigyan ko 100. And I tell them, what if I told you that's exactly how advertising works? Okay? We invest in property. Ito backstory. 18 years old, nag-invest ako sa stock market. Okay? Isa sa mga few stock binibili ko, Mega World, FGen, yun yung mga mga blue chips. Okay? So I've been investing in the stock market. Tapos, nababagalan ako sa investing. So, nag-learn ako ng trading. Okay? So trading, ito, support resistance, breakout, breakdown, whatsoever. Yan. So when I was trading, I was making 20 to 30% per year. Okay. Would you think that is good ba, Carl? 20 to 30% returns per year
Um,
sa stock
from
market
from a money
as
point
an
of view,
investor?
parang okay naman, pero mabagal, no?
Yes. Right. But if you think of it as an investor, yung average growth ng stock market is 12% per year.
Ah,
That was
okay.
like before. Kasi ngayon parang nag-sideways for how many years? Okay.
Yeah.
But, pero assuming it's 12% per year. So if I was making like 30%,
Oh, wow.
I beat the index. Diba?
Yeah.
So, if you think of it, masaya ako. Because sabi
Okay.
nila, pag you beat the index daw, magaling ka na. Oh,
Yeah.
12% yung returns ng average. Ako, 30%. Okay? Pero ito yung problem. Yung capital ko, 5,000 lang. Kasi yun yung minimum ng broker ko. Okay,
Okay.
5,000. So, I made 30%. Magkano yan?
Maliit lang.
1,500. Okay. Yun yung kinita ko sa isang taon.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay? Sige, pagpatuloy ko, 30% ulit. Okay, magkano yan? Sabihin natin 2,000. Yung kinita ko sa isang taon, sabi ko, mas malaki pa kikitain ko pag if I'm gonna work. Okay? So, anyways,
gutom.
okay, so while I was trading, I discovered online marketing and nag-spend ako sa ads. By the way, if you're wondering, how much ba yung ad spend or minimum ad spend? Okay, 1,000 ba yan? 5,000, 10,000 ba yan? Hindi. 50 pesos lang po. Okay, with 50 pesos, you can potentially reach 1,000 people already. Okay. Anyways, what I'm just saying is this: advertising is not expensive. You can get started with 50 pesos. Facebook ads, 50 pesos lang yan. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, nag-advertise ako. Syempre, during that time, I was a broke student. 50 pesos, isang meal na yun. Okay. So medyo masakit pa sa akin. So I remembered that time nga wala pa akong laptop. Pupunta pa ako sa computer shop para mag-connect sa kasi meron akong desktop na sira na ilang taon na yun, na alam mo yung tipong mag-open ka pa lang ng browser parang 10 minutes. so anyways, punta ako sa computer shop, and I was closing sales there. But just imagine I spent 50 pesos for like 5 days. That's like 250 pesos. Nag-generate yan ng 10 times return. Okay. So, sabi ko, wow, bilis ng pera. So,
Yeah.
I repeated the process again and again and again. Okay. And to make the long story short, if you're asking me how I became a millionaire, that's how I did it. If I invest in the stock market, 30%, it would take me a lot of years pa. Right? Pero dito, during that time, I was getting 5 to 10 times return per day. Okay, that's 500 to 1,000% return. Kung sa cryptocurrency, hinahype yung 1,000% return, okay? Dito, 1,000% return per day. Possible siya. Okay, pero this is not an investment. Hindi siya, mag-invest, walang ginagawa, kikita ako. Hindi siya ganun. Okay, negosyo ito. Merong product. Kasi nakakatawa, meron kasi lumapit sa akin. Sabi niya, Fibo, scam to ah. Sabi ko, bakit? Nag-invest ako sa 50 ni Facebook. Hindi naman ako kumita. Sabi niya, ano ba yung product binibenta mo? Sabi niya, wala. Kasi akala niya, invest lang, tapos kikita siya. Okay?
Patay.
So, hindi siya ganun. Okay? Anyways, so, just imagine this. Sabihin natin, it will double. Nag-invest ka ng 50, maging 100. The following day, mag-invest ka ng 100, maging 200. The following day, yung 200, maging 400. It will just double every single day. How much would that be by the end of the year? Okay.
Yeah.
So with regards to advertising, you don't have to start big. You can just start small, and yun yung gagamitin mo pang role. Kasi yung other entrepreneurs, kung kumita na sila, dun kukunin nila yung kikitain nila eh. They start buying then maliit na lang yung pag-advertise nila. Sa akin kasi, almost everything that I make, I invest it back to advertising. Because advertising is an investment for me. It's not an expense. It's never an expense for me. Okay. Why? Because advertising, there are two types of advertising. Number one, this is what you call brand advertising. Ito po yung ginagawa ni Nike, ni McDonald's, ni Apple. They advertise just to get out their brand.
Yeah.
To get their brand heard. Okay? Yung second way naman, ito yung tinatawag natin na direct response advertising. That means, for every peso that you spend, dapat may babalik yun. Okay? If gastos ako ng 1,000, I should have a return. Because if it doesn't give me a return, it's not an expense. It's not an investment. It's now an expense. Okay? Pero, yung brand advertising, which is ginagawa ng mga companies, expense yun. That's why may budget sila. Meron silang advertising budget. Okay? Now, ito yung problem. Because the small entrepreneurs, they copy what the big brands are doing and they fail. Why? Because the big brands have a lot of money in their bank account. They have billions of pesos in their bank account. Now, even if they spend millions in advertising as an expense, as for brand advertising, it's okay. Pero tayo, maliliit lang tayo, konti lang kapital natin. Then, dapat for every penny that we spend, dapat may bumalik. Tawag doon direct response. Ibig sabihin, nagre-respond ka agad yung investment money mo, yung advertising money mo. Okay? So, yun. That's it, Carl.
Ibo, ang ganda ng binanggit mo about two kinds of advertising. So guys, if you're doing a brand advertising na walang call to action or walang binibenta, don't expect na may immediate return. Parang gano'n, no, Fibo?
Correct,
So you have to be careful na you do a direct response advertising para direct to your sales. Fibo,
right.
Let's use a sample business na nandito. Ito interesting to. Deli Meats. Deli Meats. Ano ibig sabihin ng Deli Meats?
Okay, so ganito. Yung ibig sabihin nito, a lot of people kasi want to promote their brand na parang, okay, Deli Meats, sabihin natin, ano yung brand dyan? Carl Meat business, okay?
And then yung naman nun, Fibo.
Tapos yung product niya is Deli Meat, for example, no? What most people do is they run ads, tapos pinapakita yung logo nila. Di ba? Ito, para awareness. Sayang. For me, I don't do that. Okay? Sayang. Kasi, why? Because they see you and then the following day they forget.
Yeah.
It doesn't really help. Unlike nga, if you have a lot of money, you can afford TV ads na, if you notice TV ads, di ba? You see the same ad like 100 times in the same day. If you can afford that, then go ahead. Okay? But if you can't, then I advertise strategically. So, itong Deli Meat, I'm gonna create an offer. Let's say, for example,
pare, ginamit mo na ako as an example. Gamitin mo na sausage. Diba? Diretso mo. Ano ba mga produkto ng Deli Meat?
Right. So ganito. Yeah. So ganito. These products kasi, these can easily be bought sa supermarket whatsoever. Okay? So you have to answer the question, what makes me different? Okay? Kasi if you just sell hotdog and then, okay, walang bumili hotdog ko, it's because maraming alternatives na they can easily buy there. What makes you different? Why would they buy from you? So if you cannot answer that question, you're gonna have a hard time selling that. Okay? So answer that question first. So for example, yung ham mo, okay, this is a Korean ham, for example. So what makes you different? Because you cannot buy a Korean ham in the supermarket. Now, they now buy from you. So sabihin natin that, example lang, nag-offer tayo ng buy one take one for the first customer, for the first transaction. Kung first customer ka, I'm gonna offer you buy one take one, for example. So now, and yung ginawa natin dito is nag-put out tayo ng irresistible offer. We reverse the risk. Kumbaga, sa simula kasi, don't make the first transaction as a way for you to make money. Make the first transaction for you to build a relationship with your customer. Okay?
Wow.
So now, let's say, bumili na sila. Now, this person na bumili sa product mo, meron kasi yung tinatawag na traffic temperature, cold, warm, hot. No? When someone has not seen your brand yet, cold market pa yan, cold audience pa yan, cold person pa yan. But when someone buys a product from you, that person becomes a hot audience. Kumaga, meron na kayong previous transaction. It's kind of like saying, who is most likely to buy the new iPhone? The person who bought the old iPhone or someone who has never used an iPhone? Okay, of course, someone who has bought an iPhone before.
Yeah.
Okay? Yun yung tinatawag na hot audience. So, what we're doing here, we're putting out an irresistible offer. It can be a buy one, take one. For example, itong cafe na, I was marketing brick and mortar sa Iloilo, Black Scoop Cafe, and they were launch nila. They were trying to advertise by themselves, pero nahirapan sila. Last minute, like a week before their launch, they contacted me, and then sabi nila, Fibo, help us. Sabi ko, okay, what's your irresistible offer? Sabi nila, we can't do that. Sabi ko, okay, I won't advertise. Because the advertising, hindi po yung sagot yan na automatic magbibili na sila or attract sila. It's the offer that sells. It's not the advertising, yun lang yung vehicle. Okay? Yung offer, yun po yung nagda-drive ng vehicle na yun. Okay? Anyways, so sabi ko, I want you to give out a free milk tea. Sabi niya, no, that's not possible. And then we met in between. Buy one, take one. Okay?
Okay, at least may cash out.
So sabi ko, dapat may free pa rin. So ginawa kong buy one, take one, free. Okay? Para may free na word. So what we did is, we ran an ad, wait lang, let me remember, 200 per day yung budget for 5 days, that's 1,000 ad spend. And do you know how much we generated on day one? Okay, on the launch? We made 100,000 pesos in sales. Okay?
Oh, 200 pesos a day?
So just imagine that. And nagreklamo yung guard kasi hindi na makadaan yung tao. Ganun kapuno yung shop nila. Okay. But here's, I let them understand. Sabi ko, guys, even if we broke even on the first day, even if we didn't make money on the first day, I'm gonna tell you that's a win. Do you know why?
I think so.
Because 2,700, I think, subscribed to our messenger.
There you go.
Okay. In short, we have acquired 2,700 contact information.
Yeah.
In short, if the business would want to promote something in the future, they don't have to run ads again. They can just send a broadcast message to these 2,700 and let them come back again and again.
Yeah.
Okay? So, and hindi pa tapos yun. Sabihin natin, buy one, take one. Okay? Now, most probably, possible hindi lang milk tea bibili mo. Baka bibili ka ng other stuff. Bibili ka ng upsell. Bibili ka ng additional, mga nata, mga whatever, right? Or bibili ka ng cookies or whatsoever. Yeah. So, those are upsells. And you make a profit dun. Right? Yeah. So, bakit lumaya ako? Pero yun yung gagawin ko for that. But you have to always think, no, na hindi po lahat ng, again, guys, tatlo kasi yan sa marketing. When I analyze a business, I look at three things: the offer, the sales process, and the traffic, or ito tinatawag na kung yung customers mo. Okay, yung quality ng customers mo. A lot of yung ads kasi, this is the traffic. So they always blame the traffic if they're not making sales. Kulang kasi yung prospects, kulang kasi yung awareness ko. No. The first thing that I'm gonna fix all the time is the offer. The second is the sales process. And the last is the advertising. Okay? If you have an offer that is irresistible, now, real quick lang, medyo nag-overtime tayo, pero when I talk about irresistible offer, dalawa yung involvement dyan. It's the product itself and the market. I'm gonna give you an example. When you sell a burger, sabihin natin, anong favorite burger mo, Carl?
Ako,
McDo.
Angel's Burger.
Angel's Burger. Okay, sabihin natin, Angel's Burger, okay? 10 pesos na lang, Carl. Mura ba?
Mura, sobrang mura. Fake yan, scam yan.
Sobrang mura.
Baka hindi karne naman yan.
Okay, sabihin natin Angel's Burger, 10 pesos. Okay. Now, eto Carl, galing ka sa buffet. No, kumain ka, diba? Tapos, lumabas ka. Benentahan kita ng Angel's Burger. Carl, 10 pesos na lang. Bibili ka ba?
Hindi, busog na ako eh.
Right. Exactly. Okay? Now, what if nasa desert ka? Okay.
Yun.
Binentahan kita ng tubig, pero 1,000 yung benta ko sa'yo. Bibili ka ba?
Kung may 1,000 ako, bibiling ko yun. Nasa desert ako eh.
Bakit? Pero mahal 1,000. Okay ba sa'yo?
The value is irrelevant na. Kasi nasa desert ka na eh. Diba?
So if you think of it, okay, if you think of it, kahit irresistible yung offer, pero you're showing it to the wrong market, lumabas, busog na, hindi talaga bibili yun. Diba?
Yeah.
Pero yung isa, so a product can be irresistible to one market but not to another market. That makes sense. Okay? So, kaya, creating an irresistible offer, you have to understand, who are you selling this to? Kasi, let's say, for example, mahilig ka sa baseball cards. If you're gonna sell me a baseball card na very unique, very tawag doon, very rare,
Collectible.
I have no idea about that. So for me, it's just paper.
Yeah.
So, but if you sell it to a collector, it has value.
Yeah.
Right? So yun. Yun yung concept doon. And when you have that irresistible offer, you run ads, you treat it as an investment. As long as it is profitable, for every 1 peso you spend in advertising, it makes at least 2 pesos, you're making money. What's stopping you from continue spending?
Okay. Thank you very much, Coach. Meron pa tayong dalawa. No? But before we go to secret number 5 and 6, no? Medyo overtime tayo konti. Sean, kung okay lang. Grabe ang learning, no? Coach, alam ko ayaw mo mag-plug, pero...
Fibo na lang.
Fibo, I think we have to be fair to the audience who wants to learn more. Meron ka bang mga courses na pwede pa akong mag-learn from you more?
Okay. Sige, so if you'd want to learn more, medyo linagay ko sa dulo lang.
Sige.
Ito yung link.
Sige. Okay, go.
Oo. fibolim.com/class. I'm gonna give you a free seat for this masterclass where I'm gonna show you how to get leads, close more sales, grow your business online. You can take a screenshot. You can write down the link on your phone. Pero this would be the link for you to go if you would want to learn more from me.
Putik,
Right.
naisahan tayo ni Fibo. Free, oh. Ayun, ito na. Type na ako ng link. So, you're willing to give that for free?
Yes. Ito, because I believe na it's my responsibility to provide you value first. Yes, after this training, there would be an offer. But the offer, nasa sayo na yan. Okay? But importante sa akin is, I would want you to consume value first, learn from me. And if you'd want to work with me, then sure. If you don't want to work with me, then that's okay. Implement everything that you've learned from this training.
All right. Fibo, this is mind-blowing. What you're doing. Your approach is mind-blowing. Kakaiba siya from the regular, di ba? Na parang hindi, ayoko magbigay ng free sa umpisa.
Yeah, so yun yung sinasabi na later, I secret 5 yun.
Sige. But I get what you are trying to achieve with your strategy and I'm learning. Okay, guys, na-capture nyo na to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, secret number 5 and 6.
Ayan. So, parang I did this a little bit. Pero yung previous, kasi, I edited this last minute dahil mas marami akong makwento sa secret na to. Pero before this kasi, sinulat ko doon is, I don't sell to my clients, I only sell to them after I deliver value. Isa yun sa mga value na binigay ko sa students ko. Sabi ko sa kanila na, guys, I don't want you to keep on selling your products. Why? Because if you look at social media right now, that's what everyone else is doing. They keep on selling. And now people go to social media not to be sold. They go to social media to consume value. So what you do is you give the people what they want, which is value. So what I want you to do is give value first. And then only after you give them value, that's the only time that you send. That's the only time you offer. Sabi nga nila, diba, give before you receive. So follow that thing. So yun yung Anyways, balik tayo sa secret number 5.
Okay.
Newbies focus on the front end, experts focus on the back end. So what I'm sharing here is maraming business owners who gets very busy on the front end. Ibig sabihin doon, I sell this product, I want to make money right away. But sabi nga that the money is made on the back end. I'm gonna give an example. If you notice Apple, ano ba yung main product ni Apple years ago? Let's say 10 years ago. Okay, it was computer, right? But if you notice, yung computer, it was pricey. Everyone can't easily afford it. Okay, kumbaga yung iMac. Okay?
Yep.
So what they did is they started offering lower price items. Pumasok sila ng iPod, pasok sila ng iPhone. Ngayon, meron na silang tinatawag na value ladder. Ibig sabihin doon, you buy an iPhone from pinakamura papunta pinakamahal tayo You buy an iPhone and then you buy an iPad. This is what happened to me. True story. I bought an iPhone first. That iPhone, I loved it. And sabi ko, I need an iPad. So I bought an iPad. And sabi ko, parang need ko ng laptop. So I bought a laptop. Okay. A MacBook. And sabi ko, I need a bigger laptop. So I bought an iMac. So in short, I have an iPhone, an iPad, an iPhone, an iPad, a MacBook, and a laptop. If you think of it, it's all the same. Because you can use Facebook and all for, right? Yeah. I'll go there. Right? So if you think of it, anong difference ng iPhone and iPad? It's just an iPhone but a bigger iPhone. If that makes sense. It's just the same thing. Okay?
Yeah.
But it's packaged in a different way. Right? Because so if you notice, that is what you call a value ladder. People kasi, when they buy one thing from you, naturally, people love to buy. Okay? So the reason why people stop buying, it's either because of two things. Number one, people stop buying because they get offended, or people stop buying because you stop selling. Okay? So ngayon, the reason why I keep on buying stuff, it's because iPhone is keep on selling stuff. So I buy again, I buy again, I buy again. And what happens here is I only have to spend ads once, but the customer buys forever. Right? So, in short, ito yung tinatawag na lifetime value. Yung value ng customer increases over time. Okay? So, even if I bought the iPhone and then Apple breaks even, okay lang. Kasi, what if in the future, I buy this, I buy that, I buy this, I buy that. Another example would be McDonald's. Do you know that when McDonald's sells a burger, they break even? Okay.
Oh.
When McDonald's sells a burger, they break even kasi they spend on ads. But where they make money is because of the upsells. They start asking, "Sir, do you want fries and Coke with this?" And do you know that 25 to 40% say yes?
Yeah.
So just imagine that. The money is made on the back end. Another example, yun yung value ladder. Apple has a recurring subscription program. They have iCloud. They also have Apple Care plan, right? So more money. Third, Apple has affiliate offers. So if you notice on their website, Apple is selling an LG TV. Apple is also selling, I forgot what the name of the earphones is. But anyways, but merong Beats and LG, Apple doesn't own those. Okay. However, they're selling that and making a profit out of it. If you notice, you don't need to own your product for you to sell. You can partner with, for example, if you have a gym, you don't need to own a supplement for you to sell supplements. You can partner with a supplement company, put a supplement shop beside your gym, and people can now start buying, if that makes sense.
Wow.
Diba? So, in short, the money is made on the back end. So, wag kang mag-focus na, nag-spend ako ng 1,000, kumita lang ako ng 2,000, ang malit lang kinita ko. Especially pag brick and mortar, mataas yung lifetime value ng customer. Think of a restaurant. If you notice, 80% of the restaurants that you know, you only eat 20% out. 80% of the time, you only eat 20% of the restaurants that you know. Kumbaga, bumabalik ka pa rin sa the same restaurant. Yung pinakamahirap na customer is the customer who has not visited your shop yet. That's why if you notice, pag kumain ka na sa isang lugar, may mataas na chance na babalik ka.
Yeah.
Okay? So, in short, the most difficult part is the first customer acquisition. Now, you do that by putting out an irresistible, ulit na ako, because if you notice, that's really important. You put out an irresistible offer na people are willing to drive far away just to buy your offer or to get your offer. And now, that person has now become a hot audience and mas mataas yung chance na babalik at babalik siya. Okay? So yun, that's secret number 5, Carl.
Got it. Got it. Whew, grabe guys, are you enjoying this? Please type in the chat box, I'm enjoying, if you're enjoying this. Last secret, Fibo.
All right. Sige. So secret number 6 is don't sell to your clients, let your sales process do the selling. Nasanay kasi tayo na tayo magbibenta. Okay? If you're someone, how many of you hate rejection? Can you type me in the chat if you hate rejection? Akala ko dati imposible mawala yung rejection. Sabi ng upline ko, for you to succeed, you have to eat rejection breakfast, lunch, dinner. Right? Now, ito yung problem. Because even if sanay tayo sa rejection, it is impossible not to get emotional every time we get rejected. Do you know that the number one reason why business owners fail, it's because they become emotional. Kaya nag-quit ka kasi emotional ka. Kaya nag-quit ka kasi parang, di ba? And when you receive no, parang nawawala yung gana mo. Now, what I did here is create a sales process. Okay? Medyo out of top, it's kind of like a lengthy topic to discuss, no? Pero you can create a system kasi online na siya na yung magko-qualify ng prospects para sa iyo. Okay? So, as what I've mentioned, diba, you run ads. So you target the whole world. It does not mean, if you notice, this is what you call a funnel. Okay? You run ads, you target the whole world. It doesn't mean lahat na nag-click ng ads mo, yun na yung client mo. Because ang sobrang dami nila, hindi mo kaya i-entertain lahat. So, if you notice, meron ng mga level. So, every level, if you notice, as they go down through this funnel, lilit yung prospects mo. Your prospects will become fewer and fewer. Okay? It should be that way. So, dapat meron kang sales process na gagawa yan para sa'yo. I'm gonna give you an example. Sabihin natin that I'm selling this, short sales process lang. I'm selling this makeup. Okay? So, I run an ad, they click on my ad, and after that, they send me a message, and then they fill out a form. Okay? Sabihin natin yun lang, para hindi tayo, it won't go long. So, they click the ad, they send a message, they fill out a form. That is a sales process already. Okay? Because when they click the ad, out of millions of people who saw your ad, only a few click your ad who showed interest. So, qualify mo. So, lumuit yung audience. Out of those who click your ad, only a few sent a message. So, naging konti pa yung audience mo. Out of those who sent a message, only a few filled out the form. So, mas kumonti pa yung audience mo. Okay? So, that way, you are binalance natin yung pag-run ng ads, tapos yung sales process natin, yung nagbibenta para sa atin, yung nagko-qualify para sa atin. So, sa akin, for example, yung business ko ngayon is, I would say like 90% automated. There's two ways kasi to automate your business. First is through people, which is you hire people. But the second way is through systems. 90% of my business is automated through systems. So my advertising, my follow-up, my selling, almost everything is through systems. Yung people lang, ito lang yung management skills, okay, which is yung creativity, hindi yun ma-delegate. So that's why I placed it here, because I believe that as entrepreneurs, we should automate, kumbaga, hindi dapat na tayo yung mag-run sa business natin. We should let the business run without us. Because most of our ideas, lumalabas yan pag hindi tayo part sa operations. Lumalabas yan pag we are outside of our business, not inside of our business. And the only way for you to do that is to either automate it through systems and automate it through people.
Grabe. Guys, palakpakan naman dyan for Fibo, ang ating coach. You know, I've been with Fibo in many stages, and ilang beses ko na narinig si Fibo. But until ngayon, he still blows my mind sa mga ideas at sa mga secret niya. Guys, go to the chat box and type busog if nabusog ba kayo sa learning tonight. And salamat everybody. Fibo, I'll just say thank you to all the audience, and I'll give you the last word. Salamat everybody. Oh, ganda ng mga comments. Super. Thank you guys. If you appreciate this session with Fibo with the six secrets, please go to the chat box and send your appreciation message or busog. Wow. Si Ralph from the start until the end nandito siya. So busog, daming learning. But what I like about this secrets is these are very applicable but mindset changing na approach na na-appreciate ko talaga and yes, this video is recorded and you can watch this again. Same dito rin sa Bounce Back Network. You can watch this again and again, which I will do again tomorrow, and I will share this to my wife. Please also, if you find this interesting, you can click the share button also and share it para marami ring mabless. So Fibo, pumapasok na yung mga thank you messages. Last words from you, Fibo.
Right. So before and of course, an hour of training is not enough. So I want to invite you to join my free masterclass. Yan. So the link here is fibolin.com/class. I want you to take a screenshot, register right after this training. All right. But for my last words, let me just yan. Anyways, so Carl, I really appreciate for inviting me on your show. And I'm also happy that I'm able to network. I'm also happy that I'm able to meet your audience as well. Let me just share with you a quick story. When the pandemic happened, we were in Manila. I think the lockdown was Monday yun, di ba? So parang Monday 12 a.m., di ba? Or somewhat Sunday or Monday, somewhere there. We flew to Manila Thursday, I guess. Thursday afternoon. Okay. Because we were having an event of like 200 paid registrants. Okay. And each registrant were like paying 40,000 for a seat.
Oh.
I brought my team. I brought my stuff, materials, all of those things. We flew to Manila, afternoon yun. Paggabi, nag-live si Duterte, mga 9 p.m. yun. Sabi niya, we're gonna have a lockdown. Sabi ko, oh no.
Patay.
What should I do? Sabi ko, if I'm gonna do an event, kasi Friday, Saturday, Sunday yung event.
Oh,
What if Friday, Saturday lang? Kasi Sunday di pwede kasi 12 matatapos yung event, gabi na eh. Tapos 12 a.m. lockdown na. Daming tao doon.
Yeah.
Anyways, to make the long story short, we had no choice but we had to fly back because I was with my team. Okay lang pa ako na lockdown pero yung team ko, they have their own families and stuff. So we had to fly back. We were having a hard time kasi we had scheduled events in the next few months. And tapos we had to fulfill the event of like almost 200 200 people, right? So grabe yung yung tulala ko is like, oh no, like di ko alam anong gagawin ko from that. Mahirap siya because if we are gonna refund every single person there, we're gonna have a huge loss. You know why? Because we spent on ads, we spent on hotels, we spent on a lot of things. Right. Yeah. So what happened? We decided to have it online. Okay, online event kami. I think that was Monday or I forgot anong date yun. And sabi ko, we're gonna have it online, and then I'm still gonna give you a free ticket if tapos yung pandemic. To make the long story short, we were able to please everyone, and everyone was happy. After that, okay, tapos na lahat. What's next? We were supposed to have events, no events. So for like a week or so, we were waiting for the pandemic to be over. I was watching Netflix. Sabi ko, this is not, we're not moving forward. Well, not a few weeks, but a few days pala. And we decided, sabi ko, since hindi pa ako sure, what to do. So I conducted an event called the Entrepreneurial Charity Summit. What we did is I invited speakers, mga speakers from different industries. And then sabi ko, we're going to create a course. I'm going to sell the course. And 100% of the proceeds from the course, I'm going to give it to charity. So that's what happened. We were able to make 6 figures out of that. And we were able to feed 1,000 people.
Wow.
After dun, sabi ko, okay, what's next? Wala ding events, wala pa. So that's when we decided to shift everything to virtual. And do you know what happened? In my events, the maximum that I would get maybe would be like 400 people.
Yeah.
These 400 people they don't know who I am. I run ads to them. I have an event. They come to my event, 400 people. And that would happen, sabihin natin, once a month or twice a month, something like that. When we did online, for every event that I do, this is every single week, we would get a minimum of 1,000 people on the Zoom webinar. When I say, bakit minimum? Because there's like 100 people waiting to get in. Because maximum lang yung Zoom 1,000.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized talaga that for every opportunity, for every crisis, there's always an equal amount of opportunity.
Yeah.
Just imagine if, kasi syempre nasanay tayo live. During that time, like look if we had Zoom calls that time, like mag-seminar ako, saan Zoom? Ay,
Wala.
gusto ko live, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Parang di nila mag-gets.
Yes.
But because they had no choice but to go to Zoom, that's how I got like 1,000 attendees. And this was not accepted by people in the past. When you say, we're gonna have a meeting, okay, where? Zoom. Huh?
Wala yun. Walang value.
I had a lot of people na sabi ko, meeting tayo, Zoom. Sabi nila, ay, old school kasi kami, coffee shop lang tayo. So of course, adjust ako. Diba?
Yeah.
Pero look at this, I was very productive because meetings were online, no traffic. Every time I conduct a seminar, I've reached the entire Philippines. And ito yung best part. I don't have to fly.
Yep.
When we do events, I have to hire like 5 to 10 people as staff.
Yep.
And book hotels and all these crazy things.
Yep.
So yung preparation namin like one day before, we have to fix stuff. But when I did it on Zoom, like yung preparation ko is like 1 minute before. Like, okay, all right, okay, let's just wait for people to connect. All right, we're live. So just imagine the power of what happened.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I share this story, it's because yun yung sabi ko, for every crisis, there's always an equal amount of opportunity. It's up to you if you look at this as a crisis or you look at this as an opportunity. Because more than ever, people are more active online. People are more comfortable in watching videos, in doing Zoom meetings, in doing webinars. So if you're a network marketer, sanay ka sa offline, and then you're not able to shift and pivot and parang old school mindset ka pa rin, no, that's something that we're having a hard time dealing with, right? So always remember that in business, it's always ups and downs. There will always be times na may hirapan ka. Business might not be doing good. Sales are not doing well. Always look for the opportunity. Where is the opportunity now?
Yon. On that note, Fibo, we will end there. On that positive note, always look for opportunities in spite of whatever is happening. On that note, thank you very much, Fibo, from everybody here listening, the live and the recorded. Maraming salamat, Fibo. How do you say maraming salamat in Cebuano?
Daghang salamat.
Dalagang salamat.
Daghang salamat.
Daghang salamat, Fibo, and good night, everybody. Fibo, pare, see you soon.
Thank you. God bless you.
Bye-bye. God bless. Salamat.
Over the past 5 years, he's built a following of over 500,000 entrepreneurs in the Philippines by helping them acquire red-hot prospects in social media, convert them into paying customers using an automated sales process, and generated sales 24/7 predictably and consistently. He leads a community of sales professionals and entrepreneurs, helping them grow their businesses online without chasing prospects, being judged, and experiencing rejection. His ability to solve business problems fast, market an unsellable product, and save a failing business earned him the right to be featured in national television and other media outlets. He is recognized as one of the most sought-after marketing consultants in the Philippines and a living legend in internet marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, stand up and put your hands together for Phoebo Lim.